Why, hello, everybody. We're just waiting on that sound check from the sound chick who's dancing along to the intro music. And we are good for sound. Okay, so State of the Network Monday. We're going to scroll on over here and we're going to just take care of these numbers first. We're still sitting pretty at just under 400, so we're not like losing people. That's cool. We still have decent reach, decent post engagement, and that's mostly due to you guys commenting here on the ones that are coming in from Facebook through the network, and liking and sharing our videos on the Facebooks. That's where all of that comes from, and that stuff's measured also on StreamYard, not StreamYard, on CoSchedule.
Yeah.
So I do greatly appreciate everybody coming in and helping us expand our reach to new and interesting people throughout the interwebs. Well, we're talking to ourselves today.
Well, I'm making a little smiley face. For anybody that does join us.
You got this.
Oh, okay. We do have this.
As far as like the network is concerned, we are supposed to be having a guest coming. I'm hoping this Friday, but I'm not sure yet because I haven't gotten confirmation. It is actually my little brother who is a brand ambassador for some sort of supplement thing because homeboy works out a lot, makes up for his tiny penis.
I don't know nothing about Charlie's.
I used to change his diaper as a kid. I know everything about it. Hi, Vinny. How's it going? Hopefully he'll be coming through next week or this week, the end of the week. I'm still waiting for Half Moon Outfitters, Vinny, if you're listening, to see if they can come in and give us a little talk about their business as well. And there is Mr. James Freeland, the third person there who we need to redo your interview, dude, so that we can take advantage of your improved technology, and maybe do one where we're not doing like a ride around with you because of internet accessibility. So whenever you're ready, James, you let me know. We'll redo that interview. We can interrupt our regular schedule and do it on a day that's not Friday.
Any day.
If that's good for you. And that goes for everybody out there. And I think what I'm going to do is on the personal post on my personal page, I'm going to tag everybody out there that I approached about coming on for a Feature Focus Friday that said, "Oh, not yet. I'm not ready." Well, I've been cool about it and gave them like a month without bugging them. So I figure now I can start bugging again. There's all of that. I've been trying to keep up with posting on the network, but without guests, really, I don't want to water down the people who have done interviews with like nonsense administration posts and stuff like that, because I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to like bog down the post roster and people not be able to find
Interviews.
the interviews, the lives that we did with people, or the product advertisements that I did with some of the people. So yeah, and yes, James, yes, come on again. You tell me, you give me a day at 5:30, and we will make it happen. Doesn't matter if it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or it can be Friday. It doesn't matter to me. We'll redo the interview, and we will hopefully have less connectivity issues if you're not driving around in circles. So there's that. As far as co-schedule is concerned,
Co-schedule.
let's take a look at our numbers. I'll do the sign-in thing before.
Yeah. Switch screen.
Because we can actually do it this way now.
Yes.
Share screen, window, Chrome tab. Boom. Share. How is it sharing? Ooh, look, our face is in it too. Okay, so as far as social engagement is concerned, this is across everything over the last month. You can see we are pretty much steadily rising, and this is generally, from a business point of view, this is generally what would be considered healthy. It's not viral. It's not a big giant spike up at the beginning and then just staying there. It's actually, it's slow growing, a steady gradient all the way up. This is as per rate, and that's a little bit different. That's supposed to go like this because it's supposed to be based on big events and whatnot. Though I think this one here was the Twitter post about shirts, I think. Oh, that's discouraging. It's windy outside, and it's kind of gray. I'm hoping that it doesn't rain because.
At least we got the windows closed.
Yeah,
and the AC on.
We had to have the AC on because it was 93 today.
Yeah.
And there's a point in time in Florida where if you if it's hot enough, you grow mold like it's a
yeah.
Like
it's a house plant.
Yeah. We're just going to scroll down here. Our engagements, likes, comments, and shares. And this is what I was saying before about our Facebook presence. The reason why we're getting such good numbers from Facebook as far as the engagement and reach is because of you guys. It isn't because I'm liking, commenting, and sharing on my posts, because that doesn't work that way. It doesn't really go any further than it would normally. But when you guys do, those posts are actually able to be visited by your contacts, and your guys' contacts aren't mine. The same thing with Twitter. I know RLM Media and Vinny have been big pushes on Twitter. Now Vinny is everywhere, but
he is. Thanks, Vinny.
But specifically on Twitter, it's really mostly RLM and Vinny who are really like
doing those efforts.
Yeah, being 100% of those efforts. and out of the 82 messages having more than 50% of it liked and having a quarter of it retweeted is worth its weight in gold in
Yeah.
Twitter as far as getting the reach out there. And then there's Pinterest, where we have 23 repins, but I don't know who's doing that because I can't really keep track of who is doing
Right.
any of that stuff on Pinterest. There's no
I need to take a course
there's no application
Chef
for that whatsoever.
for Chef
Like
Katrina.
who is doing
Oh,
stuff on Pinterest?
yeah, I know, but still,
But,
it'd be nice to
Yeah,
take a couple lessons on
take the
Pinterest use because I'm still
right.
I'll turn around on it.
Now
to be
this is
honest.
the breakdown per account. Now we still technically have the Kraken name on Pinterest because I can't really change it yet. I have to figure that stuff out. But you see, with Facebook, the Bard and Broad has a lot of stuff going on, and I'm not sure who's commenting on the Bard and Broads. Oh wait, I am. It is measuring me on comments.
Yeah, we're posting the name of the songs and the tracks.
Right,
So.
But the likes and stuff like that, that's you guys. High HD, we have to get to posting again. Someone has to finish retraining her brain for banjo and getting that track recorded. And then Twitter again. This is all you guys. I don't know about Bard and Broad because I believe that's Donna's. No, I think that was me that made that. I guess I have to go.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I get
You get the
notifications. Yeah.
Okay, so then
I
you
think
have
it's
to,
on my thing.
Yeah,
So
you have to clock into there. And
I should.
Every once in a
So
while.
many things to keep track of.
There are.
My poor brain.
So then we go over here to analytics, and we go to our Facebook report.
Now sometimes I do throw things up on Minds and MeWe and Float, but I don't get on there very often. And since I changed computers recently, desktops, gotta remember how to get back into the MeWe and the Float.
All right, so organic impressions, that's just stuff that happens naturally. The other option, of course, is paid, which we don't do at all. Mainly that's a budget issue. Since we are completely unfunded, except for sales that we make on the Sacred Agora, we generally don't pay for advertising. And then there's viral, which is just basically, how do I put this? Non-organic, like not, okay, you shared the post, someone came and looked at it. It's I shared the post, and then someone else shared the post that I shared, and then other people came and looked at it. And that's how viral is calculated. So having 300 impressions on 1,100 impressions for a project that is, by my account on the graph, not going viral is actually pretty decent. As far as the network is concerned, most posts were sent Tuesday, average posts per day, total posts sent. We have our stuff coming through Requeue, and that's mostly everybody else's projects that we try to promote. We get our most engagement, our engagement rate of 2, which is about 50% of the postings that happen. That happens on Sunday, regardless of the fact that most of the times we're posting Tuesdays, which has an engagement rate of 60%. But our numbers are showing really good, and that's the important part. Is these numbers down here. Obviously, images. We don't do so well on images because we don't really. It's not really an image search type of scenario. It's more about getting videos out there, getting links out there, and all sorts of other things like that. And in order to do that, we kind of make a sacrifice on expectations. So we don't generally post a lot of imagery. So a lot of imagery doesn't get engagements. That's why that's running at negative. I think
Yeah, we try to keep
the last month we had
keep it kind of limited on images,
Yeah.
just because we don't want to bog down the thread to make those the videos of interviews
the
more
interviews,
available.
and stuff like that. We
Found.
want them to be more accessible. And
Because I
Yeah.
would go meme crazy if
and RLM is leading the way in our engagement. By the way, the Future Focus Friday, the impressions for Vinny, for RLM at RLM Radio is still at 81 impressions. It means it's still getting shares, so it means it's
Yeah.
still getting attention, which is a good thing.
Look at you, Vinny.
Oh wait, no, we're not done here. I guess we are, because we don't really need to look at all the rest of the stuff for the networks, the state of the network. As far as the Twitter report, now granted, the Twitter report has more to do with Bard and Broad and the Sacred Agora in and of itself, but I guess maybe that's important because of the fact that we do achieve financial goals via the Twitter report. Via the Sacred Agora, which is covered in the Twitter report.
Yeah.
Most of our posts are sent on Friday, which is understandable. That's usually when I'm doing a lot of batch stuff for the Sacred Agora.
Yeah.
And here we have a very image-heavy presence because of the Sacred Agora.
Yeah, and that's something that I have found myself with, as far as like Instagram, having to take a screenshot of the products themselves, because you can't really share the link unless you have it attached to an image. So
Right.
yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And so same thing with Twitter, but fortunately with the link itself, it has the image with
Right.
it. So
Right. It's the same thing with Pinterest, because Pinterest, when you share an image, it attaches it automatically to the link where the image came from. So again, best day to post Wednesday, and that's a 1.8 engagement, which is really good for Twitter, especially considering all the internet wars that happened last year. But our numbers don't really show that, though. We're not looking at negative 100s. We're looking at very low negative numbers, which is perfect. Again, we aren't topping out yet. We are still improving, but it's at a slower rate than at Facebook.
Yeah.
Again, Sacred Agora, Sacred Agora, Sacred Agora, Network, and Bard and Broad. And that's generally how that goes, because most of what happens on Twitter is related to the Sacred Agora. I think that's pretty much it. The LinkedIn report stuff on CoSchedule doesn't really work right, so I don't even bother looking at it.
Yeah.
Instagram, I broke Instagram away from CoSchedule because their methodology requires me to do it from my phone, and it doesn't always go through. And it's just,
Instagram is kind of sketchy.
It's weird. It's weird because it's a Facebook company. You think it would fully integrate like any other Facebook company, but no. Pinterest, of course, most Pinterest end on Friday. We know why, because almost everything comes from the Sacred Agora on Pinterest. Though we do get most of our interaction on Saturdays and Sundays. That's normal for Pinterest since it's the
Homemakers.
seasoned homemakers and the people who work all week and are looking on Pinterest. Excuse me.
Making wish lists and
On their
kids,
weekends.
yeah.
So
projects.
a grand total of a grand majority of the Pinterest people are 9 to 5 Monday through Friday workers, and they are on their weekends
Hobbyists.
for hobby projects and whatnot. Our total engagements are up, but per pin they're not. But they aren't far below zero. It's 0.3 and 1.2% below zero. So we aren't looking at a really bad position here. Most stuff it's just getting like one share here, one share there. I'm not saying anybody sign up for Pinterest and go look for us and promote our shit, but
it's kind of confusing to navigate, to be
It's,
quite honest.
it's something that we need to actually
Sit down and talk to.
Well-
Well, at least
we could attend conferences and stuff like that, but again, that stuff costs money, and
Yeah.
looking at it from the point of view of is it really financially in our best interest? Sometimes no. Sometimes I'm thinking we're trying to grow slow and consistently so that we can continuously have a source of income, and we're not looking to jump out there, be viral, and then be gone. And
and be behind on projects like
Right.
that.
So that's how we're doing at the network. You heard it here first. James Freeland said he will come back. So there's that. My little brother Charlie has said he will be coming on. I don't know if he meant this week or next week, but we'll find out. I'll reach out to him. And when I'm done here, I'm going to tag a few other people that expressed interest, and I want to start poking at them again to make sure that they remember we're here.
We're here. Yeah.
Anything else?
No, I think that covers it.
Yeah, I think that about covers it. So thanks, Vinny, James, and Donna for showing up. Anybody else who managed to show up, and I was busy running the numbers.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I greatly appreciate everything everybody does for us.
Yes.
And we'll see you guys tomorrow with Tribe Shout Out Tuesday and the Bard and Broad Players Path.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Bruce.